Here's how to join the two discs that you created for the muzzle. First of all, you line them up where you might start the next stitch on your first disc. So you're going into the first stitch in the round. And you simply single crochet and pull everything snug. And now you've got the two joined together at the top. And then go ahead and follow your pattern as written with single crochets around the first disc, and there's one spot where you'll do a single crochet increase. When you've worked your way back around, you'll notice the post from the first join that you made. So you just single crochet right into that post. That's where you connected the two discs. And go ahead and finish out around the second disc. Following your pattern. When you get back around to the top, where you joined, you'll go into the top of that post as well. And then you're going to finish off this part. Leave a really long tail. You're going to need it to sew the muzzle onto your face and body of the project. That's turning it inside out. You can kind of see what it's going to look like. Long tail. And weave in some of those ends from the back that you created when you made the discs initially. And you'll see there might be a gap. I don't seem to have one, but if you do have a gap, you can use one of the other tails to sew any of those gaps closed. Weave in your ends, do any trimming that you need to. And now we're going to look at the nose. Now I use a little bear nose or dog nose. I put it one loop below the top. That way I make sure I have something I can grab when I'm attaching the muzzle. These stay on really well. You can see, you can give it a good tug and you can see, but still be careful around children under 2 or 3 because, you don't want them to choke on anything, but that'd be pretty hard to get out. I'm just checking to make sure I have a loop. Now, one thing I forgot to do is when you're attaching this next piece, which is the little line that goes from the nose down, you can put it in there before you push that safety lock on the back, and you'll tighten up the space between the nose and the line, the yarn line that's going to go straight down. But if you forgot, like I did, you can go in through the top, or you can go to the bottom and it'll just leave a tiny little space, but you can go into the top. Oh, I'm really struggling today. I'll get it for you. Okay. And just sort of pull the yarn down around the inside, the underside of that disc, the nose, I mean, and you can work it under the nose and it'll be put in the place that you want it to go in. And you're going to tie it off in the back. So several options there. You can simply just put it in below the nose. You can put the yarn on before you snap the socket on the back, or you can do it like I just did it and tie it in the back. And that'll be the end of that. And your muzzle will be all ready to go. If you're doing a different type of muzzle, where you want to put dots or whiskers, you can do that. If you're doing the walrus, you can attach the walrus tusks at this point right under the bottom. You can use a different type of nose if you're doing more of a cat or something that has a triangle nose. So lots of options with this muzzle. This one in particular is for the seal. Ta-da!